All right, so I'm at Crane doing my walkthrough here. Came out here to meet Dan with Aquaman. He's doing leak detection in the pool. I think he's getting geared up right now. He's gonna dive in there and do something. Maybe find a leak, maybe not find a leak. So anyways, I'm doing my final walk through Crane. More or less just to recap how the project went. Also, that was a police that just rode by. What I can remember from this job. Tips, tricks, things I learned, lessons learned, happy memories. So, anyways, oh shit, look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you look at that? There's a man in the pool. He's gonna find us a leak. All right, so we can kind of see here. I'm gonna do a little pan action. That's the master. That was the front door. I love what we did on the side there. That Laguna blue really pops on the outside of this house. It's awesome. All right, so master bedroom. Then you got a staircase that goes upstairs. Now we were originally gonna do carpet on this, but we thought it might work a little bit better if we did the laminate that we used in the rooms. We left the original flooring down. Now the previous owners of this house were smokers. The floors were incredibly dirty. Our guys cleaned the grout, and even that wasn't getting enough, so they ended up painting the grout. I don't know if you could tell. So that's painted grout, floors cleaned. Some more of the laminate there. I just saw this truck kind of drive by slow. Sounds like they're probably talking to us. So back to the staircase. The thing with the staircase, we were originally going to go with carpet. It would have been a little bit cheaper. So obviously it costs a little bit more to do this. And then I don't know, let me get down in here. You can see all the little, trimming and whatnot that they added to really make it pop here. I mean, it looks so much better than carpet. And then also with carpet, we would have had tile, laminate, carpet, up to laminate, which we'll go up there in a second. So it just made more sense, and it just looks better. Like when you're kind of looking in the front door, right? You see the master. It just looks better than if there was carpet there. So originally, we did have a wall here. Cut that out, so there was a little walkway into the kitchen here. And then some wall, and then your walkway here. We took the wall out, opened up the kitchen a little bit, put a little island here. Obviously, we do like the island, so that looks good. There's the kitchen. No real issues in here. Kitchen was pretty easy to get the layout. No real hiccups in here. Only thing that really stands out is the spice rack. Actually, we didn't know what to do with the room here. The spice rack actually I think was a really good use of that. So 3-piece Frigidaire set. Frigidaire fridge, range, dishwasher. We generally just order those all at once from Lowe's, get it delivered on site and installed. It's the fan for over the living room, family room, whatever this may be. We're gonna edit this part out if needed, but we put this was all open behind me, just kind of passed through. We added this wall in this wall, in the doors, to make a fourth bedroom. Little closet in there. It's probably more so a den than anything else, but it could be considered a fourth bedroom. Like, technically, as a fourth bedroom, could be used as a bedroom. Could also just be used as a den. More likely, that's what it's going to be. While we're here, let's take a look in the firebox, because I never actually looked. And since Barkfield had a nice little firebox issue. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. Let's open. Okay, nice close-up of my nose. So let's take a look in here, and we see the fire rock panels. And there's just a crap ton of soot in the bottom here. A little log rack. No real major cracking or anything, maybe some down there. But looking at this one, I still think Barkfield was worse, but no one said anything about this one as far as the actual firebox and the fire rock panels and all that. So that might be a little odd for being in a bedroom, but for someone like me who's cold all the time, maybe they'll like it. I don't know. So we saw the front family room, living room area. We went to the fourth bedroom, or the den area. Kind of go down this little walkway, hallway down here. We're in the guest bath. There's actually, it's half bath. There's 2.5 baths. This is the half bath. And here, see granite. We do tie all the granite in, so the granite vanity tops match the kitchen cabinets and whatnot. So let's see. I'm gonna go over into the master. All right, the master. This was probably the worst room in the house. They also had a cat. The litter box was in here, down here. They had a little cat tower or whatnot, but there was cat urine smell and cigarette smoke smell all over the place. Apparently they did 3 coats of just Kills paint on the walls and ceilings, aside from 2 to 3 coats of actual paint, just to stop the yellow from coming through. Little walk-in closet here. It's kind of nice. A little bit different vanity than the other bathrooms. We figured for the master we'll do something a little nice. As you can see, the same tops. Very similar bathroom to Barkfield. Not as high-end here, but the difference in this one, we have this glass mosaic, which maybe I could try to find the SKU number for. I believe it came from Floor & Decor. Don't have that on the spreadsheet. What we did for Barkfield is we used this pebble rock, and we actually did, instead of a horizontal trim, we did vertical trim up on both the front and back walls in the shower there. I can't really think of anything major that came up during this particular project. I mean, our big issues was dealing with FPL, trying to get power turned on in our name or switched into our name. There was a red flag on the account. So the guys actually did this whole renovation without power, had to use a generator. Trying to think though, I mean, there was that. And then obviously the pool was a bit of a job. We've got pictures, before and after pictures, but it was pretty, I mean, it wasn't usable. It was more like just a pond. Had tadpoles, all sorts of wildlife living in it, flourishing. And that was a couple-week project. Our pool guy wasn't the greatest. He didn't want to do any physical kind of labor, so he didn't come up with the drain the pool idea until, well, he never did. We did a month after him dicking around with it, and we found out he just didn't want to drain the pool and do the work himself. He's scared of pools popping. I'm not a pool guy. I've actually only been doing this renovation thing under Fred's wing for less than a year, and I've now successfully drained 2 pools in Florida. Not one of them has popped. All these guys are little bitches. That's all that it comes down to. There's a little front door chandelier. That is pretty much it. I mean, it's a 4, 2.5. We saw the master bath, the upstairs bath, the half bath downstairs. We saw the kitchen. That box is from the owner of the property before our investor bought it. That just showed up yesterday. It's cold food and whatnot. I don't know how it ended up here. I guess he never changed his address. Hasn't figured out yet that it went to the wrong place. Our worker who showed up was nice enough to throw everything in the fridge, or at least what I think came with it. Those 2 boxes look like they would take up much more space than this. Maybe not. But, I mean, there's the garage, pretty same, self-explanatory, same thing. So we have a, like I mentioned earlier, a spreadsheet that we kind of keep these jobs pretty uniform. They look good, it's clean, simple. So we try to use as much of the same in each one that we can. Gonna step out here to the pool area now. I'll go around. We'll go out the front door. But yeah. I forget how long this one actually took. I'd have to look. It's a view of the front door there. That was sort of a spontaneous. We were gonna go with red. I don't know if you could see across the street. They already had red, so we didn't want to steal it. Left a little rope swing, or a bench swing that was here. I thought that was a nice little touch. And then David actually found this little thing, kind of salvaged it, hung it up. But nice little touches, you know, you can add to the house. We wouldn't have done this by ourselves normally. A few weeks ago it was actually sitting out there like it was gonna go with the trash, but we treated it and hung it back up. Figured it actually kind of looks good for the front of this house. Like I said, the blue though on the door, that was sort of a spontaneous choice. We again originally wanted red, then we realized we didn't want to copy the neighbor, so we went to blue was our next choice. But shade of blue was as good as anyone's guess. But you can see there's the house there. From what it looked like originally to now, such a huge difference. But oh yeah, one memory, fun times from here is the day that I actually backed over. It's underground now, but when they were installing that was sticking out of the ground, I backed into it. I got video of it. Had a geyser shooting clear across, hitting this guy's house. About, I don't know if you can see, so not the very back window, but right in this area. From there, it was shooting pretty far. But driveway paint, I get Sherwin-Williams. It's really nice stuff. Takes a couple coats. It's durable. And then had this all rescreened. Actually, my neighbor, former neighbor, I moved since, but he's a little 19-year-old kid, has his own screening business. He came out and knocked this out in about a day, the whole thing. So that was kind of cool. Pebble rock. All the decks we get are pebble rock. So we kind of have a paint scheme that we use for that. It takes so much paint though. A little waterfall fountain. We did not think that was going to work. It didn't glitch just now. That was me talking like that. But anyways, we didn't think it was going to work. Ross got it cleaned up super nice. And then we turn it on and it actually does work. So maybe I'll try to turn that on here in a little bit. Pool. We didn't necessarily have to resurface, but we did have to drain it and then power wash it, and then we repainted it and then refilled it. Needed a new light. A couple tiles over here that were broken off, we replaced those. And then I just hope this guy doesn't find anything, but apparently there's a leak. We think it's in the fountain, but we just got to double check. But that's pretty much it. The Crane Avenue property. Let's see, the initial hookup with FPL. The pool became an issue. Oh, one of the tenants' daughters died in the house as soon as we got it under contract. They hadn't even moved out yet. So it's been interesting. But we got it done, a normal crew. John did the AC, David on the outside, Gerardo and Jose on the inside. How long did this take? Do you remember? It was like 4 months, I think. 4 months of pure joy and whatnot. Oh shit. And then, probably the most physical part of this whole thing, you'll see the aftermath, but fucking, we wanted to trim back a pepper tree that was sticking out into the yard. Yeah. This far. And we wanted it cut back a few feet. Ross was either on some like heavy pre-workout or some shit, but he did from there all the way. It doesn't exist anymore, basically. But now you can actually see this thing from around the road, so we had a feeling it was going to sell fast. But that's pretty much it.